Some news from Binghamton, New York. There's been a shooting. It may still be underway. At least 12 people have been shot. We have reports of 4 people at least dead. Several people apparently taken hostage at an immigration services center in Binghamton, New York. The American Civic Association, where citizenship classes are also given, reports that some people have been coming out of the building, 2 or 3, one of whom was in handcuffs. Now, this began about a half an hour ago. We're certainly going to bring you more on the story as it keeps developing. You can see there that the police have moved in and around now, and it still does appear, certainly from the pictures that we're seeing there, I'm not sure if that's live or if that's tape. I think that that's tape that just came in. At least very recently, clearly had a live shooter situation. At one point, one of the city officials was quoted as saying that either the shooter or a shooter had a high-powered rifle. But again, I caution that all of this information is not yet checked out and is the sort of news that comes out when something like this first happens.
Know about the hostage situation, Samantha?
Reggie, we're all trying to find out about that right now. So many different reports have been coming in, and some of them are conflicting, and there seems to be some misinformation thrown in there. So I think last I heard, it sounded like the FBI and other law enforcement agencies were inside of that building, that assistance facility, perhaps clearing the area, looking for anybody who may be there. It looked like a fairly large building, so hostages may have been hiding in different areas, and they may be in there trying to account for everybody. So
CNN, the death toll is 13 and 5 people were injured and taken to local hospitals. The same source says the gunman was found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Now, CNN also confirms from a law enforcement source that the gunman did have an ID, saying he was 42 years old and he was from upstate New York. Now,
an individual went into an American Civic Services Center at 135 Front Street in Binghamton and has killed 12 or 13 people. This is a horrible situation. There's no available data on what's going on there. The fact that lives have been lost, and there is absolutely no reason or excuse for this kind of shooting and brutal attack of innocent people right here in New York State. And so on behalf of the residents of New York, and I'm sure Americans and people around the world, we'd like to extend the prayers to the citizens of Binghamton and to the families who have been obviously traumatized by this event. And I'd like to ask for a moment of silence to that effect.
Violence. Before killing 13 people at the American Civic Association in Binghamton, Jiverly Wong dropped his death manifesto in the mail. The package arrived today at News 10 Now, a cable television station in Syracuse. 3 photos of Wong with his guns and a rambling handwritten letter in which Wong railed against police, accusing them of taunting and torturing him. He confessed in the letter, writing, "I am Jiverly Wong, shooting the people." And he tried to explain, "I cannot accept my poor life. But before I cut my poor life, he wrote, he intended to take at least 2 people with me. Wong, who wore body armor and carried 2 handguns in the spree, fully intended to die in the rampage. He apologized in the letter for poor language skills, writing, "I want to say sorry, I know a little English." But he offered no apology for the horror he had carefully planned. And the letter closes with the most chilling sign-off. "And you have a nice day."